In the shadows of conquest and the echoes of distant battles, there existed a man consumed by insatiable ambition. Alexander the Great, the glory hunter, wept not for the vast lands he had conquered, but for the uncharted territories that still eluded his grasp. His eyes reflected a hunger that surpassed the boundaries of empires, an obsession that plunged his army into the abyss of relentless warfare. For a decade, victory danced at his side, and the world bowed before him. Yet, on the banks of an Indian river, the invincible facade shattered. The air thickened with the scent of desperation as Alexander faced his most formidable adversary, a relentless force that mirrored his former invincibility. His men, weary and yearning for home, pleaded for respite, but their king, deaf to their exhaustion, pressed on. The tide turned when he struck a formidable wall in India, losses mounted, and the indomitable warrior found himself wounded, his horse falling. A river stood as a watery barrier between his dwindling forces and a resurgent Indian army. Reluctantly, his men urged him to relent, to end this relentless campaign. For the first time, Alexander yielded, signaling the beginning of his downfall. A man fixated on conquest met his match not in an enemy's sword, but in the vulnerability of his own mortality. His once mighty empire crumbled, torn apart by the avarice of opportunistic generals. In the silence that followed, a revelation emerged. Alexander, the supposed god, lay trapped in a paralyzed state, privy to the treacherous plots unfolding around him, as his body refused to succumb to death.